Hi, this is Misty Winters with Exposing Success. This is podcast number 3, and I am titling this podcast, If You Want to See Changes, Make Changes. I say that to my family all the time. And this goes with everything. Everything in life, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to have the same outcome. And complaining about it or, feeling victimized about it isn't going to change anything. It's just going to make it worse because then you're just going to start feeling sorry for yourself. And then, it just doesn't go anywhere. So the only way you can see changes is if you make changes. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple phrase, but people just don't seem to do it. There always seems to be some reason why. Not always. That's a bad word. There seems to be with some people reasons why they can't do it. And I really feel like I have a lot of odds against me. Not all odds, but a lot of odds. I don't have skinny jeans by any means on that rhymed, on either side of my family. In fact, I think I've mentioned this before, but my dad's side of the family is all diabetics, pretty much. I mean, almost all of them. There's a few exception, throughout the family, but for the most part, his brothers and sisters are all diabetics. Most of them have passed, and they all had, just a list of issues that came along with diabetes. I don't know if you know anything about that specific disease, but it doesn't kill you, but things that come up from it do eventually take your life. So yeah, it wasn't an easy thing. And then I had my age against me. I have my left knee has given me problems for years. So that made it harder to walk and harder to exercise and all that. But this doesn't just apply to fitness and nutrition. This applies to everything in life. If you want to see changes, make changes. And don't wait. Like I mentioned before, don't wait. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Do it today. Today is the day. Today is the day to make changes. And you can do a tiny little thing to do something different each day. And what it does is that thing rolls into another thing, that rolls into another thing, that rolls into another thing. And before you know it, you have this long list of good choices that you're making every single day. For instance, try drinking more water. Try drinking another Stanley, 30 or 40 ounce Stanley or Yeti or whatever you choose to drink water out of. Try to drink one more of those a day. 30 to 40 ounces a day. Easy. I mean, the best hack for that is to keep this cup with you with lots and lots of ice in it. So in case you go to Starbucks, you can also ask for some of their water, which, by the way, is the best. And if you're a water person. And then you can refill it. But if you keep that with you constantly, every single time, you think about it, just drink. And then every once in a while, you might get real thirsty. You might need to chug some. And then when you're going through car rider line to get your child, or you go to the grocery store and you come back in the car and you're super thirsty, or whatever it is, do that. Another little easy hack is park as far away as you can from the front door of wherever you're going. I may have also mentioned that before, but super easy. Just find the furthest spot. And then those are steps that you've just added to your day that you wouldn't have normally had. And that's just a small little thing. That's just like working on maybe getting 1% better each day. Just 1%. Just think of these tiny little obstacles. And then before you know it, over the course of the year, you've completely transformed as a person. You've transformed your habits. You've transformed your mindset. You've transformed your body. And now you've got more energy and you're sleeping better. You have better relationships and more successful at work. And all of these things align. So just try little tiny things to work on being better. And I always find if there's something that I'm struggling with like health and not feeling well or whatever it might be, then I just try to figure out what I can do to fix that naturally. And then I work on that. And that's just something I personally do. So anyway, other things, I have this little sun blister. I was not clocked in the mouth. I just have a sun blister. It's terrible. This actually looks really good compared to what it was. So that's fun. And then just thought I'd probably start trying to like share a funny story with each podcast. This doesn't really, well, I guess it kind of relates. It kind of relates. So I drink a ton of water. Just so much water. Every single day I try to drink about a gallon a day. And so with that, I do have to pee a lot. You know, it is what it is. But I had roller derby. I had a scrimmage game, like a practice game within our team on Tuesday night. So I was at that, and I drank excess water that day. I don't even know. I lost track. And I made sure I peed right before the game. And I was sweating. I put my hair in a side braid, and then my helmet on, and you have all the protective gear. And my braid, by the end of practice or scrimmages, is dripping. It's dripping just like a faucet. It's insane. No exaggeration. I do like to exaggerate to make a story funny, but this is not an exaggeration. It literally drips. So anyway, so that's how much water I'm losing. So you think that, I wouldn't have needed to, worry about having a full bladder, because it probably wouldn't even gotten to my bladder. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. I'm not even going to pretend to. But anyway, I went around, and again, you may not know anything about roller derby, but I'll probably talk about it a lot because I love it. I was going around the track, and I was the jammer position. So they have to get through a pack of other skaters from the other opposing team. And then you've got your pack too that kind of helps you get through the pack sometimes. And depending on the situation. So anyway, I had gotten through the pack, and I always come back around the track, and I slow down because I think, man, I don't want to come in hot and hit these people hard, hit myself hard, get bruises. I always have bruises from the game. So I thought, well, this time I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to go in hot, and I'm going to try to be in position where I don't get a penalty. And I'm just going to hit them with all I got. So I did that. And yeah, so you can just guess what happened, because I hit my bladder against someone's side of their back and hip. And then I had a warm sensation. So yeah. So I had a little piddle on myself, but you wouldn't have even known because I was covered in sweat. And yeah, so, and when I was pregnant, I thought my water broke at one point, and it didn't. I had actually peed on myself. Oh, I'm probably sharing way too much information, but I decided to smell my pants to make sure it was my water breaking and not pee. And there was no smell of pee. I was like, oh yeah, it definitely was my water breaking, because I can't smell pee at all. So it had to have been my water breaking. So tell you this, my pee doesn't stink. I don't know. It's a phenomenon that my pee does not stink. So me peeing on myself at roller derby, no biggie. I mean, nobody would even know, because my sweat probably stinks more than my pee, because my pee doesn't stink. So really didn't have a smell. So anyway, too much information. But if you want to see changes, make changes. Drink the water, pee on yourself, whatever. Do it. The water's good for you. Peeing on yourself, not so much, but water's good for you. So you should definitely drink that. Park further away. Just try those couple things. And then after you try those couple things, you're going to want to do more things. And it's just going to lead to better and better choices, like getting up and doing something that makes your day successful every single day. Like I like to do a load of laundry every single morning. Every single morning. I'm talking about Saturday, Sunday, my birthday, Mother's Day, doesn't matter. I do laundry every single morning. I have 3 kids. Granted, 2 of them just recently moved out, but because they're older. I didn't have a 10-year-old move out. I had an older child move out. So just to clarify that. And so laundry's not as bad these days, but I've just gotten in the habit of doing it. It's just part of my morning routine. And I like to take the trash out. I like to have the trash, it may not be completely full, but I don't like the smell of, dinner or breakfast or whatever that's sitting in the trash can. So I take that out at least, once a morning and, or once a day. But usually it's my morning thing. And then I spray it down with Lysol and, I just have my things. I have the things I do that make me feel like I have a handle on my day and that I can have a successful day. Your things might be different, but that's just what my things are. So just find out what those are that are going to set you up for success for the rest of the day or the rest of the week. And what makes you feel good to feel like you're going to own the day. You're going to be the boss of the day and do those things. And so one last time, if you want to see changes, you gotta make changes. So be the change. You be the change in your life. You can do it. I'm proud of you. And I would like to hear in the comments if you did these 2 little things, drinking more water and parking as far away as you can from the door. And I'd like to hear if it had any positive change in your life. So leave a comment. Have a great day. Be blessed.